What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. We got ourselves a little bit of a market watch from the past, I guess. I just kind of got it in my head that I wanted to. I saw this. I saw one of these crazy prices, and don't worry, it is not that price. But I saw this, and I was like wondering, like, oh, like I wonder if these are like worth any money. And I went and just looked over the 2019 Mega Pack set, and some of the stuff in there is actually holding up pretty well. There's a couple other things that I kind of like left out, but those are cards that I've already went over in different market watches. So, yeah, that's about it. Let's go ahead and get in. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you already haven't. I would like to try to keep the subscriber count going up. And with that out of the way, let's get into this. So, Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon from the 2019 Gold Tin. This is it. Yeah, it is not $11. It's been kind of going everywhere and up and down. There's a damage one for 469, mod play 592, mod play for 711. Hilarious. But we're looking like $6 to $7. So if you find one like near mint 750, 749, there are a lot of other copies that are just like I guess starting to kind of go up. This is almost at $8, but for the most part, if you want to get yourself a nice, I guess regular near mint 750. This is about a $7 card, so I'm actually gonna have to go ahead and dig into the bulk and go ahead and see if I have any of these laying around. This completely makes sense. I'm not sure if it's actually used in the Blue Eyes deck. I'm not really a Blue Eyes player like that. Like I mean, I understand it's a deck and it used to be very good, but I never played Blue Eyes when it was good. I don't play Blue Eyes today, so I don't know if this is used in the actual deck. But that's $7 probably just because of how cool it looks and he only has one printing. All right, Sky Striker, Afterburner's Maneuver. Let's go ahead and just real quick. I want to look. There's only three versions of this card, even though a lot of the good ones got reprinted. This card right here is very expensive. You got the secret rare right here is still going to $12.50. The ultra rare and the super rare is holding at around $5. So this is kind of like kind of crazy. And the fact that it came out of this tin. Came out as an ultra in that tin, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, look at it, $5, holding at $5, and that's actually pretty crazy. It's pretty much the only Sky Striker card that is left to be reprinted. Everything else has a reprint, so that's as like a one trend like with Yu-Gi-Oh that you could kind of figure out with yourself is whenever there's a deck that's like kind of expensive, that's like kind of expensive, then they do a whole bunch of reprints. Usually if they leave a card out, even if it's like a one of or not really used that much, if they leave that card out, usually that card starts to slowly go up to the point where you're paying $15 for the original, $5 for the reprint, where like I don't even think the original was $5 at its freaking point. It's only this price because it hasn't been it wasn't reprinted in the newest set. And this is actually like probably one of the better ones too. So, Nightmare Corrector Ibli. This is another card that is in the 2019 tin. A lot of pretty good cards came out in the 2019 tin. And it's like a lot of stuff that I didn't remember her from Goki format. But yeah, she's holding about $4, $4 to $5. So she's about, let's just say five to six, because you have the $1 shipping on this. So she's like a $5 to $6 card, which is it just like it made more sense back when everyone thought a Sprite was going to be tier 0, but still, I, I feel like there's still a little more to be broken with there. Like a lot of people miss her because you don't have the Nightmare Mermaid to abuse her, but it's still like she in certain scenarios she could lock your opponent out of pretty much their entire deck. So yeah, so I would I consider this card interesting. Called by the Grave. It is way more expensive than I remember. I thought these were trending down, but no, this is like the highest rarity. It's one of, so I guess it makes sense. It is about $11, solid $11. 11.45, 10.30 with the dollar shipping. So it's like if we take out the shipping with some of these, it's like almost $12. So I say it's $11 to $12 card. Like if you if you have like a play set of these and you feel like it's not going to come back, in my personal opinion, Konami really wants to Konami doesn't want to like Konami wants to have good decks, and if Konami wants good decks, they can't have cards like Called by the Grave around. And like what like when I say good decks, I mean like they have like top tier strategies. Like it's hard to have top tier strategies when you have three Called by the Graves, because that means any deck at any moment could have a whole bunch of hand traps to stop the deck, and then a Called by the Grave to stop their hand traps, and then all of a sudden you got freaking tier like tier two decks competing, with freaking tier one, and like regular meta decks, and it's all because of Called by the Grave. Like Called by the Grave is a really good equalizer for it. Yeah, I guess that's the term I want to use for it. Equalizer. It's a very good equalizer. It brings a lot of lower decks up, and then simultaneously brings the stronger decks down, because if like since Yu-Gi-Oh already has a lot of good hand traps, it's kind of become a situation where if you do not have Call by the Grave, it's like if you have one hand trap and no Call by the Grave, and your opponent has one hand trap and one Call by the Grave, he's probably going to just maybe not win the game just off that alone, but they're going to take a significant amount of advantage, especially if you're running a deck that's stopped by that one hand trap. So if they have like so if you have like a Ash, if you have Shifter, and you have no they call by the grave, you hit the Shifter, okay, yeah, maybe it sucks, but then but they have Shifter and Call by the Grave, they're gonna Shifter you, and then they're gonna call, well, I guess Shifter on Shifter is a bad example, but I'm gonna end up my rant. Either way, this is a card that equalizes decks, and I do not think Konami wants to bring this back to 3. Konami could, like Konami already brought back Dimensional Fissure and Macrocosmo, which was like the floodgate cards, which were really keeping the graveyard from fully becoming a deck. But I kind of feel at this point we're past the point of no return, and we have too many cards that are going to be able to take that out. So I don't know. I don't know my full take on how that's going to go, but I really don't see them bringing back Called by the Grave anytime soon. So this being at 11 kind of makes sense, but if you have extras, maybe you could get rid of them. Cyber Rev System. Did not know this was worth money. I'm gonna have to go look at 298, 299, pretty much like a $3 card. I was very surprised that this card is actually worth anything. I believe it's its only. No, it's not. It's not its only version. I thought it was its only version. But yeah, I guess yeah. So you got the ultra rare that just got reprinted, and the secret, and this super. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, it's got its ultra reprint. So I don't know. I don't know why this is still holding. That's just something to think about. If you have a couple of these laying around, and maybe someone wants the supers, or maybe you could throw them on TCG Player, take them to your locals, take them to Frank's, and go and get your money for them. There's money to be had. Cyber Dragon Seer. Here's another card that I didn't. I know it got reprinted. I think it got reprinted in as a rare, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, common. Yeah, yeah. It came in a common legendary duelist, and then then it got its other reprint. So I guess this is high. Well, not high, but this is still worth something because it's its highest rarity. I don't really see a lot of people using Cyber Dragons. Like, I mean, there are Cyber Dragon players out there, but as far as like in the meta going to locals, I do not see a lot of Cyber Dragons. So this might be a cool little penny stock to pick up. You can get them right here for like if you find $5 with this person, you get it for free. So for $2. So if you want to buy a playset, get it for 6. I could see these going up to like $5 cards. But like I said, that depends on Cyber Dragon. I really don't see Cyber Dragon really doing too much. Thunder Dragon Dark. Now here's some stuff that could be doing something. Pay no attention to this. That's just the craziness right here. We got the light. We got light plays at 3, near mints at 4, 5, like $5 to $6. It's you just got the bestials like you got the bestials running around, and I believe a lot of these the Thunder Dragons just work off getting banished. So like pretty much like the cost to summon them like triggers some like well, are you able to trigger some of their effects? So yeah, I mean it just makes sense. Like I don't really see people really committing too much to this. Let's see, quick fake and discard this card at 1 Thunder Dark from your deck to your hand. If this card is banished, send from the field to the graveyard to get a 1 Thunder Dragon card from your deck to set. Yeah, yeah. So I see what's going on here. It's like you pretty much you pretty much discard this card to add another copy of it, and then if you banish it, with the Thunder Dragon, then you could activate its second effect. Yeah, no, you can only use one thunder effect per turn once that turn. So yeah, well, okay, you know what? I really don't. I'm not really not feeling like this price point. This price was kind of going up high, but like I said, some people maybe think that Colossus is coming back, and I really don't feel Colossus coming back either. Here's another thing right here. Thunder, a Thunder Dragon Roar. Maybe I'm missing something. Like I'm not saying Thunder Dragons are nothing, because like yes, like they are used for like combo pieces, but just as far as being beyond combo pieces, I'm not really sure. If anyone knows something, maybe leave it in the comments below. 250, yeah, about like 250 is like 350, 450. So let's say like a $3 to $4 card for the Thunder Dragon Roar, which I mean it's fine. It's just it's probably just because he's like the higher rarities of these cards and the anticipation of wanting certain things to come back. I guess it's like me, like I have all of my I have all of my wind up cards. Even though Wind Up Kitten went to $30, I kept my Wind Up Kitten because I just wanted to keep my Wind Up Kitten because you know maybe Carrier comes back, maybe I could use something, maybe something will happen. Who knows? Who knows? Another card that I totally forgot came out of the 2019 Gold Sarcophagus is Trap Trick. This is the ultra rare version. Yeah, so the ultra rare version, 190, 195. It's like $2, which you know it isn't bad. If you just have these laying around and you have no need for them, you can put them together, get like a little trade thing going on. But this isn't pretty cool. I guess like for the whole investment, the investment part of this set kind of that ship has sailed because the whole hit with this was, I guess we'll go to the next page. The whole hit that made this tin so good was the Nibiru and the Dimension Shifter. So like if you held and sold during, especially if you sold during, if people were picking up, look at this. It's like a sealed one is still $60, but like there's no longer $60 worth of freaking just value in there, because like I mean this was probably justified back when like these were like 8s, these were freaking 15s, and then well I I I I don't think these were high at the same time that these were high, but there was a point where these were like 30s and these were 10s and these were like 6s. So like if you're right there, that's $46. So there was a point where where these were pretty much popping, and I guess it goes to show that if Konami makes good promos, then products will just have. oh, freaking! I almost died. Almost choked on my own spit over here. It's all right. I don't worry. I know how to breathe. Okay, so like I was saying, it just shows that if I actually know it's probably because I was talking about Konami and how I'm unhappy about how there's no good promos anymore. But yeah, this kind of goes to show that if Konami were just to put some good promos in these tin products, that they would just have more longevity. And I'm not talking just a whole bunch of this. No. I'm talking like stuff like this. Not even this. I'm talking like good stuff like this. I'm talking about the next tin. We should have like Triples Tactics, Lightning Storm, Ash Blossom, and then a new freaking hand trap that we've never seen before. Throw those 4 cards and then mix it up with some more Blue Eyes and Dark Magician crap. Those would be some pretty cool promos that I would love to see, especially in this rarity. That'd be dope. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking around with me. That's it. I'll go to catch you in the next video. I got another one planned, so hopefully we'll be around. Till then, peace out.